Hello and welcome back to another on the Football Zone and to a weekend review reviewing the Premier League action from this week and previewing Champions League action. Starting off with the Merseyside derby, Liverpool 2, Everton 0. Ashley Young sent on for a second bookable offence in the first half, made it tough for Everton, and maybe in the second half Konate should have also walked, but who knows. Salah though with a brace at 75th and late on in 97th minute, seeing a win for Liverpool. And Liverpool really dominated the game, but I think Everton can take promise of it, staying in it so long, determined. Optimistic signs for them too. But moving on then to Forest 2 and Luton 2. Chris Wood double 48th and 76th minute. Forest probably thought they were cruising, but no. In the 83rd minute, Ogboni and late on, Elijah Adebayo in stoppage time, getting a draw. And I'd say Luton fully deserved a draw, fought back really well, showed their fighting spirit they have, the never say die attitude, and I think, really shone through here, and they got a deserved kind of draw here. They'll be absolutely delighted with that. For Forest, though, this will be really disappointing for them, and I think, they'll definitely feel like it's 2 points dropped for them. Moving on into Newcastle 4, Palace 0 at St James's Park. Murphy, Gordon, Longstaff and Wilson with the goals for Newcastle. I thought Newcastle absolutely dominant here. Obviously, a bit of a tough week for them with everything going on around betting stuff, Tonali, etc, etc. But they responded in the best way here. Palace probably off it, but Newcastle, I think, really showing at home. If they play like that, they could probably destroy any team in the league. So they'll take very much lots of options from it. And things you kind of feel are starting to pick up for Newcastle on the field at least. Moving on into Man City 2, Brighton win, big win for Man City. Alvarez and Haaland got the 2-0 up within 19 minutes. Before Ansu Fati pulled one back and 73rd minute. And City, in the end, were hanging on for a bit, but I'd say they got home relatively comfortably. Big win for City. Obviously, you're on a bit of a dodgy run before the international. Big game here for them, security game. So I think Brighton will take some promise from it as well. Haven't struggled a bit at the Etihad recently to get to come so close to getting them a point here. I think they will take some promise from that, even in defeat. But moving on into Brentford 3, Burnley 0 at the Brentford Community Stadium. It was Visa in the 25th minute. In Mbumo in the 62nd and Godos in the 87th minute. He sealed the win for Brentford. A tough day for Burnley. Reduced to 10 men as well through Connor Roberts getting sent off. But Brentford dominated the game and Burnley really starting to struggle in the Premier League. And it's been a tough start for Vincent Kompany's men. I really thought they'd do better than this. But no, they've been struggling at the foot of the table. But Brentford, hopefully a momentum boosting win for them. But Burnley really need to start showing signs of improvement. Moving on then to Bournemouth 1, Wolves 2. Slanky 17th minute gave Bournemouth the win, but Cunha equalised in the 47th minute. Lewis Cook was sent off for Bournemouth 7 minutes after that, and late on, Klajic in the 88th minute got the winner for Wolves. Huge win for Wolves, fully deserved. I think this game kind of really showed that maybe, just maybe, there's been a big mistake made by Bournemouth, sacking Gary O'Neill and bringing in Ariola, and at the moment it's just not working out. But for Wolves, a big win. Bournemouth losses their game. Moving on then to Chelsea 2, Arsenal 2 at Stamford Bridge. Cole Palmer in the 15th minute and Mudryk in the 48th minute gave Chelsea a 2-0 lead, and it looked good for them at that point, but no, it was Declan Rice 77th minute with a lovely goal and Trossard in the 4th minute and he sealed the win. Nearly a late winner as well for Nketiah, but it wasn't quite to be. But for Arsenal, good fight back. Chelsea were on it here. I think both teams will take positives out of that, but both teams for me feeling 2 points dropped. So it'll be an interesting game, but a really enjoyable one. Moving on then to Sheffield United 1, Manchester United 2 at Bramall Lane. It was Scott McTominay in the 28th minute who gave United the lead before Burnley equalised in the 34th minute, and Dallow with a lovely goal in the 77th minute gave United the win. On the whole, a close game between the two sides, and I think for Manchester United, even in the win, we've seen how much Sheffield United struggled, especially for example that game against Newcastle. I think in a way they would have wanted to win a bit more comfortably than this, so I think they will be frustrated by that, but still a win as a win. Moving on then to Villa 4, West Ham 1 at Villa Park. Douglas Luiz in the 30th minute and in the 52nd minute made it 2-0 before Bowen got one, and then Watkins got one, Bailey made it 4-1. Dominant win for Villa here, really clinical. Like I say, a great win. What start the season now having them racing a great job. For West Ham though, Villa Park in a tough place for many to go, but I think he still would have wanted a better performance here because Villa by far the better team. Tottenham continued their incredible start to the season under Ange Postecoglou with a 2-0 win over Fulham. Son getting the opening goal in the 36th minute, Maddison in the 54th, and dominant win for Tottenham here. Throughout they were, I would say, definitely the better side, fully deserving the 3 points, and could be 5 points clear if they win the early game on Friday night, which is pretty incredible. The job Ange has done so far has been nothing sort of sensational, but Fulham disappointing, tough place to go obviously this season, but yeah, they were outclassed here unfortunately, but I think it was always going to be a bit of a free hit for them. And finally, the Champions League preview for this weekend, starting with Manchester United against Copenhagen, and of course it is really getting squeaky bum time for Manchester United in the Champions League after only 2 games. They've picked up 0 points so far, and they need a result here against Copenhagen over their games. Chances of qualification are pretty much going to be over. It really is a big day needed for United here. It's going to be a tough one, but I think they will have enough to get through. Hopefully, in memory of Bobby Charlton, they'll get a 2-0 win. Moving on into Sevilla as they take on Arsenal in Sevilla. Sevilla. I think it's a tough test for Arsenal, no doubt about it. Arsenal 1-1, lost 1. You'd still say they have got a good chance of going through, but it's an interesting one for them. They'll want to really get that place in there cemented ASAP because it is crucial for them to advance. And I think it will be a tough game. Sevilla will provide a test, but I think Arsenal have just enough to get through. Moving on then to Newcastle as they take on Dortmund at St James's Park. And Newcastle coming into this one, obviously off the back of that win in the Premier League on Saturday. And looking into this competition, that memorable night against PSG, what an atmosphere that was for Newcastle fans. A truly memorable day. I think they'll be feeling really positive coming into this one, feeling like they've got a really good chance of coming away with a victory. I think Dortmund, probably less of a test than PSG. I think the atmosphere will be rocking once again. I'm going to say Newcastle will pick up another win. Moving on then to Manchester City, they face the away trip to Young Boys. I think Man City, they'll be feeling definitely very confident heading into this one. We've seen what they can do. City picking up a big win against Brighton, hopefully, because obviously there's bit of a stalling momentum before the international break, but hopefully that will pick up again now they've got that momentum back, and I think they should have far too much for this team, so I'm going to say it will be a 3-0 win away from home for City. But anyway guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and that's what's going for daily wrestling news and subscribe to my channel. It's going to be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.